The next thing that I'd like to do is bring your attention to the fact that we have some sample code, which I already posted here. And I went from, in the sample, what I want you to do is that I want you to download calculator version 3 set of sample Java files, which I will do later in my presentation. But what I decided to do, because you know, the complexity of it grows in different dimensions and stuff like that, I first decided to implement desktop calculator, which only supports, let me see what it actually supports. I will double check right here. It only supports plus and minus, right? It really doesn't support multiplication, division, other operations, and it just basically supports plus and minus and the use of parentheses. So that's just something I want to first work on. But before we work on the final result, basically this construction of the tree and doing the computation, first I would like to basically work on a different set of challenges, which will be directly related to the fact that first we need to simply deal with user input, right? In other words, we need to be able to tokenize this input. We need to be able to realize that there is a digit, there is an operator, there's another digit, there's another operator, there's another digit in this input, and all of these, right? All of these, they have to be somehow tokenized. So when we work with this initial challenge, is that basically this input that the user will type in, right, at some kind of a prompt, right, and then hitting enter here, what we're going to do is that basically we tokenize it like this, right? So we tokenize and we use individual tokens so that we can basically interpret this, and we need to be able to interpret that there's some kind of ending here, right? That finally, when we interpret the entire expression, right, with the 1 and the minus and the 2 and another minus and the 3, right, at the bottom of this basically stream of tokens, we need to tell ourselves, okay, we're done, right? So we need to understand that we can proceed to other stages of this application. So without further ado, I'm just going to download what I've done here. I prepared a bit of a directory here, and so I will basically create, in fact, I will use this location here. I will start my NetBeans project so that I will have essentially a structure to work with. Right, so I'll just go to my NetBeans, start NetBeans, and create a new project and download the files into the source subdirectory, and just get started with the sample, because you guys have to download the third version of the sample, which will be your starting point with whatever is in place to work on, to do the homework. In fact, the homework is relatively small because most of the code will be already pre-written. However, so let me close some of these files I have open automatically. I don't need any of this right now, right? Yeah, and I'll just go save file, a new project. And like I said, for you, it's relatively small work. I think the challenging part of this work is to be able to understand where you plug in your own changes to already existing infrastructure, which my goal right now is to provide you an overview of. So this is where I would like to store my work. I will not create the main class simply because I will be downloading all of files. So I'm just going to create like a bare bone Java application, and let me see. Did I rename it? Oh, I seems to. Let me close this one. Okay, and now we'll rename this as rename, right? And now we'll rename this as calculator. I will name it version 0, right? Just 0 at the end, because this is just the smallest version of it will support only plus, minus, and parentheses. So I'll just rename that. In parallel, I'll take a peek at the name of the package that I'm already using, and this is called week 3 calculator version 1. Of course, this is week 5, but you know, apparently I started working on this challenge when it was week 3. So I'll just stick with this idea, and so I will just basically create new package, new Java package, which I will name week 3 calculator version 1, and say finish. And of course, this creates an empty subfolder in what is this? Let me actually just trying to make sure that my view is consistent. Refresh. Yeah. Let me fix this.